Hi everyone, my name is TheHappyLuza, and in this video I will be talking a little bit about my time at Dice Tower Con 2018. Woohoo! It was the first time that I went to Dice Tower Con. I heard so much about it. People were so over the moon telling me, telling everyone, telling the world how great that convention is. So I had to check it out for myself, and I've been back for a week. My body has adjusted to this time zone again. I'm back home, and actually, I'm about to go on a family holiday for 3 weeks to France, which is very cool as well. Starting off on Monday in Paris. Yes, Paris. So, oh man, did I have a blast at Dice Tower Con. I got in on Monday. I shared the house with the Murphs and Dan Hughes and Matt from, my friends from This Game is Broken. And, man, we made some videos. We recorded a live show. We did a live show at Dice Tower Con itself, but on Saturday night, which was amazing. It was so much fun. We had a kazoo orchestra. We had, well, we have to wait until the video comes in, but we had a blast. We also recorded an episode right there in one of the rooms of the hotel, which was amazing as well. So much fun and so different being in one room together and just coming up with an idea and see someone next to you responding to that idea even before you're done speaking. It was amazing. They are such great guys, and I had a blast. So Monday night we recorded a "This Scale is Broken" video. Our weight loss competition came to an end because the goal was who lost the most weight between Mike, me, and Dan until we were at Dice Tower Con. Well, I won, and my prize was this huge canister filled with what are cheese pops? I think that's what they're called. In German, they're called flips, except for they were round. And oh man, this huge bucket. And once you start, you cannot take one of those buckets. So I must say I did gain weight, and it wasn't just the cheese pops. One of the great things just talking about food, we didn't eat a lot of food. I mean, we didn't go out to eat at all. I once went with the guys to an IHOP, which was, I hope other restaurants are better, because this one was bad. Not the food, although, no, the food was good when it came, but we didn't get served. We were sitting there in a booth. They put the five of us in a 4-person booth, and we are not small. I'm not small. Mike and Dan and Matthew is, but it didn't fit. And they were kind of excusing themselves and saying, yeah, sit over there. There's a little bit more room, which was true. But then they asked what we wanted to drink, but just decided not to bring it. Well, we were playing cards. Dan taught me Skull, which is kind of Wizard for the people who don't know Skull, or the people who don't know Wizard, because those games are pretty identical, except for, of course, some special cards with some special abilities. But okay, a trick-taking game. It was so much fun. I was in the lead until the moment we decided to start eating. We got our food, I think, 45 minutes after ordering, but our drinks did not arrive before that time. So it was a weird experience, which made it fun. It was 11:30 at night, and we were having a breakfast meal in the IHOP. New to me, so lots of fun. Then we were then we went back to the house, and that was one meal. But another meal that we took, once I went to the Chick-fil-A, I think it's something like that. I thought it was something special, and it wasn't really special. Only thing that was special, that I went there with Sam and his 2 sons. That was amazing, talking to those guys, and well, enjoying a fast food restaurant. And it was the sauce that made it good. And one more food story. We got invited to go to a Brazilian barbecue on the night of the This Game is Broken live show. Brazilian barbecue. That was amazing. I think it was called Fogo. I hope I'm saying that right. Fogo, Brazilian barbecue, meat sweats. That's what we went for, and that's what we got. Meat sweats. You sit down, they serve you meat, and if you don't forget to say no, no more, then you just get more meat. It was so delicious. It was so much. I want to go back just alone for that. Thank you so much, Berkey, the Game Toppers manufacturer, idea bringer. Berkey, he was amazing. He was so nice, and he invited all of us. That was really an experience. That well, it's I started with it, so that was good. But I did play games. Boy, did I play games, and that's what Dice Tower Con makes it so special, that you normally I'm running around looking at all the new games and the hottest things and making videos here and making videos there. I didn't. I sat down and played games. I chose to first of all play games that I wanted to play. I hadn't played Heaven and Ale, which is nominated for Kennerspiel des Jahres, the German Game Award. I wanted that was the last one on my list of games that I hadn't played yet. I played Mountains of Madness, which was a game that I saw on some videos, and it looked so amazing, and it was a lot of fun. So I played that one, but I also played games that I really love, but don't play enough. I played Scythe, I played Blood Rage, and I love teaching games. So I brought my own copy of the Quacksalber von Quedlinburg, and I think I taught it about 4 or 5 times to different groups of people. Played different rule sets because they have different rule sets on the cards. So that was amazing. And just playing games, sitting there. And there was at one point you're looking at the room where people are sitting playing games, and we were looking for a table, and I couldn't find a table. It was full. And we walked on and said, "Oh crap, there's no table here." And at the end of the hall, there was room, but you couldn't see it because the room was so huge, and there were huge round tables. So we sat down and played games. Random people coming over, telling me, telling the friends that I was with, how much they love what we do. The reason that we make videos is that people like them and enjoy them, and there's no place like hearing people tell you they like what you do, as at Dice Tower Con, where you can sit down and play a game with them, shake their hand, and say thank you. We had someone make art for us. Someone drew a picture of my logo, and I thought it was amazing that someone would take the time to do that and give that to me. Mike Parkinson, he made me little poker chips with my meeple on it, my dice guy. That is so sweet. And people are so great. I played my last game of Pandemic Legacy on, I think it was Thursday night. And Mike Parkinson, he filmed it for me, which was so sweet. And so that is done. I'm done with the Pandemic Legacy streaming. That it feels rough, but it gives me more time to do different things. I had beautiful encounters with the designer of Reef and of Century Spice Road and Century Eastern Wonders, which I love, which I until now I think is his best game. Reef, I don't think, is it in mirror? It's a mirror image. It says Reef. It should say Reef. This is a fun, but don't underestimate this game. It's a hard game because once you start seeing where the points are, and he gifted me the game, and he was such an overall great guy. That's one of my top moments as well of Dice Tower 2018, Dice Tower Con. Another thing that I did, I love Pandemic. You probably know that, but I also love Pandemic Survivor, which is this huge experience where you all play. There are different teams. We had like 12, 14 different teams playing the same game of Pandemic. 2 players, everyone gets the same role. Everyone starts out with the same cards and the same infection deck. So everything that happens is the same for everyone. But what you do during your actions, of course, that's everyone's is your own choice right there. So what I wanted to play it with Mike Murphy, but it started at 10 a.m. and we went out. It was the night that we went to the IHOP. So when we got back, I already knew it's going to be hard getting him out of his bed before, well, before it's time to play the game in the hotel. So I asked Eric Summerer. Oh, we did the karaoke. That's where I asked Eric. We we went on this huge Dice Tower contributor karaoke night. I already lost my voice due to jet lag and being exhausted, but then we went karaoke, and that was another experience. It was so much fun. Crystal Paisano and Ambi and Gary Pope, just names maybe to you, but to me, people, friends that I never got to see until I was there at Dice Tower Con. So much fun. It was so cool meeting those people and singing with them and having just fun. And so that's where I asked Eric in that night. I think it was, we ended at 2 p.m. and I think I asked him at around 1 p.m., Eric, tomorrow morning, what are you doing? Are you joining me on this adventure of Pandemic Survivor? And he thought, and he said, yeah, sure, why not? So we entered the competition. At 10, we sat in a room, one of the teams, and we won. Me and Eric Summerer, we won the Pandemic Survivor competition. So that would give us tickets to go to the national tournament at Gen Con. Well, I'm not going to Gen Con, but fortunately, Eric is going, and we hopefully arranged that he can participate with a partner. So I hope it's going to be Z Garcia, because that would be so much fun if Eric and Z would be able to well, enjoy it, because it's so much fun seeing how everyone is doing different things with the same resources and going at different places. It takes 3 turns in that game, and all the boards are different. Some people are getting the cure of the first disease in one time. The infection deck gets drawn over and someone says, it's Manila, and one team says, yay, and the other said, oh no, and you've got outbreaks on the board. It is such a good game, such a great game. We won, and hopefully they make it to the next round. And we got a gift certificate for $20 at the Cool Stuff Inc. booth at the hotel. And I got myself this game. Well, I say myself, but I got it for Ilka because I know that she loves drafting, which is in this game. And she loves the art. Kanagawa. Here, look at that. It looks amazing. And it is a fun game. It's about painting and learning new tricks to do more painting. Talking about the booths over there, I bought one game, one for my son, a little expansion to Catacombs, which makes it faster and makes it more like a 2-player game, which is fun. But I also got the expansion maps for Downforce, which I love. And these new maps, they bring something extra, bring some new cards, some new abilities. I love it. I actually played a game with the people who run restoration games, who made Downforce come back to life, and I really adore Downforce. What other cool stuff that I do? We did the award show, the Dice Tower Awards. I got to give away one of the awards. Gloomhaven won almost everything. I did the 2-player game award, and that was won by not Gloomhaven. Probably could have be won by Gloomhaven, but it went to Santorini, which I was very happy with because I love Santorini. I think that's a great game. For 2 players, yeah, you can actually also play it with 3, but it's at best with 2 players. What else did I do? I did that. We did Board Game Breakfast live, which was kind of a variety show, just like Board Game Breakfast, but we really did it live. We had some talking, we had some contributors come up, we had some jokes prepared, and I was planning on telling something about my Tuesday experience, because on Tuesday, another highlight, I went to the Kennedy Space Center. I was blown away. It was such an eye-opener to see, feel, touch things that have been in space that we mankind have made, where we have this little planet And there's so much out there, and what we can do if we all work together and build spaceships and learn stuff. It touched me. I was amazed. The moon landing was re in. There was a theater where you get to experience that moon landing. There was the experience of a lift off of Oh, that was so worth it. The Kennedy Space Center. I Yesterday there was one of the rockets that went off in from there, from Cape Canaveral, which is not Kennedy Space Center area, but it's right over there, and you can see it. And seeing that and seeing a rocket go up now is so much more invigorating. Is that a right word? I think it is. So, yeah, you had that Kennedy Space Center on Tuesday. So I thought on Wednesday morning, when Board Game Breakfast is, I will do a little playing the news segment where I talk a bit about me being at the Kennedy Space Center, and then connect that to a game which would have been space based, because I love the game Space Base, which is kind of Machikoro, but then I want to say good. But I loved Machikoro when it just started, until I figured out, well, this is kind of boring. And people say, yeah, but you've got the expansion and that kind of fixes it. Yeah, well, this game is fun right in the box. So Space Base, I would have done that, but then I thought, I did this song. That's a win in my book. I made a song where the audience should guess 3 games out of the song that I'm singing about these games. And I thought, maybe I could do that. And I asked Robert Geislinger if he could bring his guitar to the Board Game Breakfast show. And before I asked Tom or told him what I was going to do, he saw a guitar, he saw me, he said, oh no, are you singing? And I said, well, yeah, okay, if you're okay with it. So I did it. I sang the song, That's a Win in My Book. And that was fun to do. I was happy that I was able to remind me of the lyrics, because I was used to, at the UK Games Expo, I just read it off a sheet and played the guitar then. But I remembered it, and it was fun. It was live, so that was fun as well. And yeah, that was another highlight. Another thing, the Jack Fessel Memorial Fund auction. I was helping out a bit. I was one of the spotters, being right in front of the stage, looking at hands that people were raising when they were bidding on some of the auctions. And the openness, the way people are bidding for items that are definitely worth being bid on, but seeing those bidding wars, someone saying 400 and 420, 450, that was so much fun. Best part of that was watching Melody Vassal sitting in the back. She was having so much fun and looking at all those bidding wars, and I was probably the only one who could see her smiling about that moment when stuff like that happened. So I had fun, that she had fun, that people had fun bidding. Amazing times. Oh, and there was this moment I cried. I had to cry. There was this moment where the box that where the Fireball Island prototype was put in. It was a huge case with all the autographs of everyone who play tested the Fireball Island prototype. Just a case, and the promise that at some point the game would be in there, was sold and was auctioned off. And when the bidding was done, at some point, it was Suzanne. Suzanne said, "What's the highest bid right now?" And she shouted out, $900, just out of the blue, going way over the number that was bid before that. And she said, "I'm sorry, but I'm buying this now, but I'm not buying this for me. No, I'm going to give it back to the guy who held this case with him, guarded it with his life." And she gifted the case and the game and the backstory to the game to the guy who was running around with that prototype and making sure that all the that it got play tested, that it got the time to grow and be an amazing game. I still haven't seen it. I saw them walking around with the prototype. I didn't look at it, but it looks like an amazing game. If you haven't seen it, we made a This Game is Broken video about a mock video where we pretend that there's a screen test for who gets to do the voice of the volcano. It's a lovely, it's quite a long video, but you'll find it on the This Game is Broken YouTube channel, where we, yeah, where we just had a lot of fun. And it's a good video. Oh man, that video was made in 2-3 days, where I had the idea and asked the guys to send in some material, and that was a fun video. But okay, and that moment where Suzanne bought the case and gave it to, I think, Mr. Honeycutt. I forgot what his first letters were, but it was such an amazing moment. I cried a bit, couldn't help it, but I was tired as well, so maybe that helped. And the last highlight of Dice Tower Con 2018 was the This Game is Broken live show on Saturday night, where we just had this beautiful meal that we had with Berkey, with the Brazilian barbecue. We went back and set everything up, and we had so many people turn up. Everyone got a kazoo, and it was already fun. We had the kazoo orchestra. Matthew sang a song, and for me, the final moment was when me and Ambi sang well, kind of a duet. Like we mixed 4 Disney songs into, well, another guessing game where you have to guess which songs we were singing about. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun to be able to sing with Ambi. When we prepared it, we prepared everything online and said, oh yeah, okay, this will go like this will go like that, but just basic in everything in theory. And then we said, well, shouldn't we rehearse this? Yeah, we should. So on Tuesday, it was when Ambi just had gotten in, we took 10 minutes to go through the song. That okay, yeah, okay, there's some things are not right yet, we should work on that, but let's meet up every day for 5 minutes, and then at the end of the week we'll make sure to have it. So on Tuesday we had those first 10 minutes. On Wednesday, I don't think we met at all. On Thursday, we didn't even think about it. On Friday, I thought, oh, maybe I should find Ambi. And then 5 minutes before the show started, Ambi and me, we showed up and said, should we? Yes, we should rehearse a little bit. And then we looked for a room. Everything was full because everyone was playing games everywhere. When you can't have us singing somewhere. We didn't want to bother people. And then suddenly, some automatic doors from the service entry opened up, and sure, so we went in there, and between people rolling carts, we rehearsed for the second time, and then we looked at each other. Okay, I guess this is it. So we went up and we did it, and the result will be on our YouTube channel. I hope soon. It's still in the very capable hands of Derek of the Dice Tower. Derek, he is amazing, and he made sure we had the footage together with Kenny. Kenny, you're amazing as well. So it's something to be excited about for you, because you don't know yet what we did there. It's coming, just like the UK Games Expo footage of that live show is coming. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait some more. So that was it. That was oh no, I forget one more highlight. Oh man, there were so many highlights. Playing Atmosphere with Crystal Paisano and Robert Geislinger and Amanda and Brad Skaggs and Molly, Robert's girlfriend, fiance, maybe. I don't know. If I was Robert, I would make her my wife, his wife. I don't know. I hope you know what I mean. But we had so much fun playing the game. If you haven't heard of Atmosphere, it's a game from 1991. So really old. It's a game that you used to play with a VHS cassette player. So you put it in your VCR, and there's this man, the gatekeeper, and he keeps telling you, I am the gatekeeper. And when he starts talking, you should always respond with, yes, my gatekeeper. And there's the game is crazy. We had so much fun. There's a video online that Crystal put up on her YouTube channel. I think her own. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter. Go ahead and find that, Crystal Paisano. And that was another amazing moment. That was Saturday night. So on Saturday, I had the food, I had the live show, and I also had the late night because it was already after 12 that we did that with the Atmosphere game. And the day after, it was just time to go home and say goodbye to everyone. And yeah, that was kind of it. I had a great flight back because I had 3 seats all to myself, so I could even lie down, which I didn't, but it was a good flight home, an amazing time, and I recommend this con to everyone. No running around, just sitting, playing games, having fun, meeting people, and oh, so much fun. This was it. This was some things about Dice Tower Con 2018. I just wanted to keep this memory, make a little video and share it with you. If you like it, then please let me know in the comments. If you have any questions, then please let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. My name is TheHappyLuza, and you'll find me on the Dice Tower Network in Board Game Breakfast. I hope to do some more Board Game Blender. People really like my new segment in Board Game Breakfast, where my wife joins me, Ilka, trying to keep me straight into not buying every game out there. And well, here on my own channel, YouTube.com/TheHappyLuza.